Okay, what I would like to do now, Ryan, I would like for you to express to the listeners, how did you get, again, from wishful thinking, where you were so determined to claim that goal and dream? And I'm using the word, you have to claim it.
I wanted it with all my being. When I made a declaration instead of a hope, or maybe that would be nice, I declared, this is what I want. And at that moment, I was going to run a sub-60. Anybody I shared this challenge with, this vision with, they called me into being. That's who I was being. I was a sub-60. That was me. That was Ryan Celestain. And all the people that watched the video, all the people that I talked to word of mouth, that's who I was, and that's what I was going to do. That is the power of sharing. Because, when you share with others, they have the ability to call you into being that which you share. And that was one of the most powerful things that I experienced over the last 53 days was the fact that I shared it with others. They called me to be that. And in a way, they held me accountable to be that. I remember 2 weeks outside of the Tulsa Run, 2 weeks before the race, I was having thoughts of whether or not I could do it. It was extremely, extremely scary.
When you had those thoughts of doubt, fear, maybe I'm not good enough, I'm not in shape enough, let's sort of guide the listeners, Ryan, to that last month of training before the race. What was that last month like?
It was extremely hard. I remember trying to run 3 miles, and I was trying to run the 3 miles in 21 minutes, which is 1/3, obviously, 1/3 of 9 miles, and I couldn't even do that. And that really, really played with me mentally and emotionally. I was questioning, wow, what have I got myself into? Can I really do this? Do I really have what it takes? And that lasted for 3 training days, and that's rough. I mean, when you need a breakthrough, 3 training days of quote unquote unsuccessful runs is extremely, extremely tough physically, or not physically, but mentally and spiritually and emotionally.
So how did you get to the point where you had that breakthrough, where you knew before that race that you were ready?
It's so funny. The 2 weeks out is when I had the worst week of the training. And this is, Greg, this is when I'm supposed to be in shape. This is when I'm supposed to be ready to go. And it's 2 weeks out, and I'm having 3 rough training days in a row. And I got done with one of my runs, just sitting there thinking and just evaluating what's going on and just taking everything in. And I started thinking, well, maybe it's because of this, and maybe it's because of that, and can I really do this? Can I really do that? And I stopped placing meaning on everything and just accepted the fact that I was having an off day, or an off couple days in this instance, and accepted it for what it was. I was having off days. The next day was a Sunday, and I ran 18 miles flawlessly. And when you have 3 off days in a row, you run 18 miles flawlessly, you have to understand that it's just an off day. That's just how it worked. It was just part of the process. But what got me through was just accepting that, we all have off days. And it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that I'm not capable. It doesn't mean that I wasn't good enough. It doesn't mean that, I'm not going to be able to achieve what I want. Just accepted it that it was an off day.
So you think when you were real with what was going on inside of you, you allowed yourself to sort of to move towards that breakthrough without fooling the mind.
Right.
Can you explain that theory? When we're real with what we're feeling, Ryan, and we acknowledge that truth, the reality of our emotional state, what happens when we express it with truth? What happens on the other side when we can move through those fearful thoughts and actions?
You have breakthroughs. During our breakdowns, we have breakthroughs.
Let's repeat that one more time, because I really feel there's someone out there who really want to hear what you just said about the breakthrough and breakdown.
Absolutely. During our breakdowns is when we have our breakthroughs. And it's so sad. And I've experienced this, and I've seen other people experience this. So many times during our breakdowns, we give up and quit, and we never reach our breakthrough. And if I had got discouraged after day 3 of my breakdowns, I wouldn't have continued my training, and, I wouldn't have had the outcome on race day. But through my breakdown is when I had my breakthrough.
Very, very interesting, Ryan. Okay, let's project ourselves the night before the race. What was your mind telling you?